Hi, my name is Paige. Welcome to my channel. So literally everyone has already done this video, but I'm going to be trying to replace my screen time with reading for a week. A couple of weeks ago, I actually tried to film this and I was going to do like a whole month-long version of this, but that didn't really work out. I didn't give myself enough rules and guidelines to how I wanted to make it look. So I scrapped all of that footage and I've been watching videos on how other people have been doing it, and I really like when they spend the whole week and they look back on the previous week's screen time hours and use that as their guide for how many hours they have to read during each day. So I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to try and do it Sunday to Sunday, and we are going to see if I am able to complete this challenge. I feel like my screen time has gone down in the past couple of weeks, so I'm hoping that it's just the weekends that I was a little bit out of control, because I do have a full-time job and I'm also notoriously terrible at waking up in the mornings, so I don't want to end up staying up too late every single day trying to get these hours up. So we are going to start with looking at what my average was last week. I'm a little bit nervous for how this was, but let's see. Weeks, oh, it's not the worst, but last week's average was 8 hours and 48 minutes a day, but a lot of it was information and reading, because I do tend to have Scribd, Hoopla, or Audible up on my phone throughout the day. When I'm working, I end up not locking my phone because I get so many notifications from Instagram and Discord and stuff that interrupts the flow of my audiobook. So I'll leave my screen open, but I'm not like actively on my phone for that. So I feel like that would take down a little bit of time. The social though, my TikTok hours were quite a lot. I'm at like 9 hours or so. And then entertainment, it's 6.5 hours, but because I spend all of Friday while I'm at work with YouTube up in the background, because that's when I try and catch up on my friends' videos and everything that they're putting out, because I don't usually tend to watch a lot of booktube stuff throughout the week. I watch a lot of Sims YouTubers and other lifestyle vloggers, so that's what I will watch here and there throughout the week, but then Friday I dedicate to trying to catch up on all of my watch later videos. But we're just gonna look at Monday for now, because I need to know how many hours I am reading tomorrow. So last Monday, whoo man, the math is mathing. Last Monday it says that I spent 7 hours and 12 minutes on screen time, but it's telling me an hour and 14 minutes I was on TikTok, 47 minutes I was on Instagram, 27 was Audible, 15 on YouTube, 14 on Safari, and then everything else was like 10 to 9 minutes. So I'm not understanding where this 7 hours is coming from. That's definitely like 3. Okay, I think I figured it out. So I have all of my devices hooked up to this. So I have my MacBook, my iMac, I guess not my iPad, and my phone all hooked up to this, and I was editing a video on Monday after work, so I think that's where that 3 hours and 39 minutes are. But I have to edit videos, so I'm not going to count that as screen time. So looking at my phone screen time on Monday, it is 4 hours and 10 minutes, which I think I can do. And definitely TikTok and Instagram are what I am on the most, so it's gonna be a bit of a challenge. But tomorrow I will get home, I will set a 4 hour and 10 minute timer, and we will read until the timer goes off. I'm gonna be up a little bit late. I might have to start editing a video today then, because usually I edit on Mondays. Okay, gonna have to figure that out now. Hello, so I am home from work, but I am not starting my timer yet because I have to upload a YouTube video and get that all ready to go out tomorrow, and I also need to eat dinner and shower. So I'm going to do all of those things, then I'm going to start my challenge. But I think what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to add an additional rule that any time that I don't finish in a day, I'm allowed to roll over, because I do have a full-time job and I also need to sleep, and I prioritize sleep over a lot of things. So if there is a little bit of time that I don't finish today, I'm gonna roll it over into tomorrow, and I will be allowed to just keep rolling over until the weekend, when I actually have free time to read as much as I can. So that's just gonna be a little twist on how I do this, just because I do want to complete the entire challenge. I just also really like sleep. So we're gonna do that. But Today I have already finished 2 books. They were really short audiobooks, so I read Goodbye Paradise and Hello Forever by Serena Bowen. Goodbye Paradise was a reread for me, and Hello Forever was a first time read. Both were really fun. I'm including them in another vlog, so I'm not going to go in depth on those, but I finished those at work, and I think I need to switch to a physical book for this challenge while I'm reading, because I think I will be too tempted to be on my phone if I'm listening to an audiobook, and usually if I'm listening to an audiobook I'm like playing The Sims or something, and that doesn't lower my screen time. So I think in a couple of days too I'm going to bullet journal and listen to an audiobook, but for tonight I think I need to pick up a physical book because I'm not feeling like bullet journaling today. So I will let you know when I'm going to start my timer, and let's see how much I can read in 4 hours and 10 minutes. That's gonna put me at like 10 o'clock at night, so I like my rollover rule. Okay, I am freshly showered and it is almost 8 o'clock at night. So my stepdad came over and he was talking to my grandpa about something, and then came in and talked to me about like an upcoming family vacation that we're about to go on. So I was chatting for a while. I also had to eat dinner. I also had a shower. So in order to hit my 4 hours and 10 minutes, I would need to read until midnight, and that's just simply not going to happen. So we are going to read as long as I can. I will put 4 hours and 10 minutes on the timer, and we will see how far I get and then roll over those hours into tomorrow. So this is going to be going up on my timer in a second, but I'm just going to tell you what I'm going to be reading or potentially reading. So for a reading vlog that's supposed to come out in like a month or so, I need to read Dracula, and I am only on page 24 of 300 something. So I have not made it very far because this is boring and I don't like it very much. So I'm going to really give it my best effort and then see if I want to DNF it for this vlog. But I do feel like I need to make it at least to a quarter of the way through this one. So I think I'm going to start with this tonight, try and get the most out of it, and then if I don't like it, I will pick up Ravensong because I'm trying to do a reread and annotation of the Green Creek series. So that is what I'm going to read, and we are going to start our timer now.
I know it, for now and then I hear a faraway muffled sound as of Matagon State, and whatever it is, it must be the end of some ruthless villainy.
Alright, we have an hour and 59 minutes left. I'm going to pause it right here because it is now 10:05 and I am just so tired. I have officially made it to page 110 of Dracula. It's gotten more interesting, but I just don't want to read it anymore tonight. I just want to sleep. So we're going to be adding on 2 hours to tomorrow's time, and if I look at it, tomorrow already says 4 hours and 9 minutes, and I think I am going to subtract an hour and 2 minutes because it says I spent that time on information and reading, which means that was Scribd or Audible or something that was up on my phone, which, trying to do some mental math, puts me at about 5 hours for tomorrow. So I see another rollover day in the future tomorrow, but hopefully I will be able to just come home, eat dinner, and get on with some reading before I have to do anything else, because I don't usually edit videos on Tuesdays, so I should have enough time, but I'm tired. We're gonna go to bed and I will check in with you tomorrow. Okay, we are back for day 2 of swapping my screen time for reading. That's what this is called, and I need to get all set up. So we still have 1 hour, 59 minutes, and 6 seconds from yesterday, so I'm going to put that back on, and then I need to add to it all of my screen time from last week, and I already forgot what it was. So 3 hours and 7 minutes I need to add on to there, and that puts me at 5 hours, 6 minutes, and 6 seconds. So that is what is on the clock. We're gonna see how far I can get into this tonight. I need to make a significant dent because I don't think that tomorrow looks much better. Apparently on Wednesday claims I spent 6 hours on my phone, but a lot of that was reading, so I'm gonna be spending all day Saturday reading, I think. Let's do this. Oh, by the way, at work I read book 5 and 6 of the Ice Planet Barbarians series. through my audiobook, so I wasn't on my phone very much. I did pick it up a few times and I kept trying to catch myself, and there were some times that I just scrolled Instagram because I just needed a brain break from work today. But I did complete 2 books technically. But we're gonna work on Dracula again, and then I might pick up Ravensong because I'm just missing Green Creek so much. Okay, now I'll check in with you in a second.
Her open mouth showed the pale gums drawn back from her teeth, which thus looked positively longer and sharper.
Some may not think it so sad for us, but we had both come to so love him that it really seems as though he had lost a father.
It was certainly odd, but when she got into that lethargic state, with her breathing, the professor tried to keep our minds active by using them all the time.
Okay, it is 10:30 at night, and I definitely need to stop for the night because I am getting so tired. My eyes are just like watering so bad. But I have made it to page 251 of Dracula, not that you can see that, and I'm on chapter 23. So I made a lot of progress on this today. I feel pretty proud of myself, but I still have 2 hours on the clock that I have to roll over tomorrow, and tomorrow it looks like I was on my phone for a very, very long time. So we're gonna be just rolling over for days and days and days, but I'm not hating it. I really haven't wanted to pick it up. It's not my favorite. It has a lot of misogynist ideals in this one, but it is interesting to like hear, not I guess the original vampire story, but like the most notable vampire story, and seeing like the comparisons to vampire stories from now. Like there's a lot of things in this that I'm like, oh yeah, that happens in Vampire Diaries, where it looks like if you are going to be changed into a vampire, you do have to have like vampire blood in your system, similar to how Vampire Diaries runs. The chopping off of the head, the stake through the heart, tends to still work in Vampire Diaries world like it did in this one. The vampires in this are a lot stronger than most vampires like that I feel like I've heard of now. Like Dracula seems to be able to do so many things, like control mist, shapeshift, read minds, and like I guess compel people to do things. There's a lot that he can do that I feel like other vampires and like stories now, they're not quite as strong. But maybe like the originals, they had a lot of powers, you know? Seems kind of similar. And it also seems like in this that if you kill the vampire who bit you, it cures you from being a vampire, I think is what that was. I'm not 100% on every single detail in this, but I still think I'm getting most of the plot. I've been surprised on some things that happen, but you know, again, I'm not supposed to be talking about this book too in depth in this vlog, so I'll just say it's keeping my interest enough, but I'm still not loving it. It's kind of boring, and these men are kind of sexist. So I will check in with you tomorrow when I am going to do this all again, and we'll see how far I get tomorrow. But I feel like I'm reading a ton. I feel like I'm reading a ton this week. Good night. Okay, let's talk about the challenge today, because it is already 6:55 and apparently I have 6 hours and 26 minutes that I'm supposed to be reading today, which doesn't make a lot of sense because even when I subtract the 2 hours and 44 minutes that it says that I spent last Wednesday on reading and information, it still brings me down to 3 hours and 45 minutes. But it says, I don't know, I guess that does make sense, but I do have to roll over 2 hours from yesterday. So 3 hours and 46 minutes plus 2 is 5 hours and 46 minutes. So it's basically 6 hours still. And you know, that would put me at almost 1 in the morning. So again, not gonna happen, just not gonna happen. But we are going to try to read as much as I can. Today I did finish Yes and I Love You. I just downloaded it off of Hoopla because I had heard a few people say that it was really, really cute. I think I heard maybe Chandler Ainsley say that she read it, and then I definitely heard Nat say that she read that one as well. And so I recognized the title. It was on Hoopla. It was like an 11-hour audiobook, so I listened to that today while I was working, and it was very cute. I liked that a lot. But I'm not gonna lie, after I finished it, I had about 2 hours left of my day. Maybe it was more like an hour and 15 minutes or something. And instead of starting another audiobook, I watched some YouTube. So I don't feel like that's really cheating in the challenge, just because YouTube is like how I get inspiration. Watching other people's vlogs and videos is the way that I can make YouTube videos. So I'm not going to count that negatively against myself, but I did watch YouTube for like an hour and 15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But I have to work on my bullet journal because tomorrow is the first day of September and I have not started it, and I've also not updated it for the last week. So I'm going to be working on that. I don't know how much of that will make it into this video because I do need to use my camera to film myself setting up my bullet journal. So maybe I'll give you like a little snippet in it, but I shall let you know how far I get into Dracula. I think I'm gonna just finish it out tonight. I'll stay up as late as I need to, but I only have like less than 100 pages. I'm on page 250 and I think it only has 315 pages, so I'm very, very close to being done with this book. And then once I finish this, I guess we'll just pick another audiobook to continue on with, because bullet journaling does take me quite a long time. So I envision I will try and stop around 10:30, maybe push it to 11, but we will see. Okay, I've been talking too long. I'll see you in a second. Okay, so Dracula has been completed while I was doing the bullet journal, and I don't think that was the best pairing because I did not consume any of the details of this book. They have not stuck with me. I think there was some stabby of a vampire and he turned to dust. I think that's what happened. Not really sure. I think there's one character who died, but I don't think he was like a super important character, so I don't think I cared very much. But overall, meh on the book, but I will give fuller details, fuller thoughts, more thoughts in the vlog that I'm reading this, which should be out after you see this video. So I guess you get a sneaky peek of how I feel about Dracula. But I did finish my bullet journal. It did not turn out the way that I envisioned it to, so we're just gonna live with it. It's fine. It's good enough. It is going to be functional. But I still had like an hour or so to go when I finished Dracula in my bullet journal. So I tried to start Jekyll and Hyde just because I thought, oh, I was reading one classic, might as well move on to another. No, closed out of that within like 2 minutes. I just didn't want to. So then I picked up Verity, but I think the narrators are kind of terrible. So I think I'm gonna pause there on Verity because I just don't want to listen to this lady's voice. And unfortunately, we still have 2 hours. I guess I should pause this. 2 hours and 56 minutes of reading for the day, but it's 10:15 at night. So I think I am going to read Raven Song for about 30 minutes, and then I need to get ready for bed. So we're just gonna be rolling over so much time this week. It's gonna be intense. Last Thursday it's saying 4 hours and 39 minutes, but 1 hour and 20 of those minutes I had been reading. So yeah, it's gonna be another 5-hour day tomorrow. And then Friday was a 10-hour and 23 minute, but I was watching all of my watch later videos on YouTube. So Friday might be a special case, and it might just be the day that we try and catch up on all of the hours that I've been rolling over. I think I regret taking on this challenge because there's just not enough time in the day. There's not enough time in the day to do all of this. Okay, here's where I'm at. It is about 7 o'clock at night, and I am not feeling super motivated to read. I have finished An Absolutely Remarkable Thing through audiobook, and then I went ahead and started the second book in that duology, and I honestly was on my phone quite a lot today. I was having a lot of connectivity problems with the database that I'm supposed to upload things to, and so there was a lot of waiting for things to upload, so I absolutely was on my phone all day long, like so much. I think it says that I was on my phone for like 3 hours today, so I've definitely failed today. and I'm just not super motivated to put 5 hours on my clock and see how that goes. But I'm gonna give myself a little bit of time because I don't want to completely tank this challenge. And so I am going to watch a Sims YouTube video just because it helps my brain kind of detach from things, because I've been weirdly anxious all week and I don't know why. And then I have to get my YouTube video up, get a thumbnail ready for it, and it will be my first giveaway video too, so I think that actually might be where my anxiety is coming from, because I just don't know if I'm doing this right. But I'm gonna do that, and then I will see how much I'm reading, but I will keep note of how much I needed to read yesterday and my time today. And then again, like I said, I'm trying to roll over as much as I can into the weekend, and if I need to extend this into Monday because of the 3-day weekend, I can do that. So I will make sure I make up all the time I spent on my phone last week with reading this week, but I just kind of need a little bit of a break from my brain right now. So that's what I'm gonna do, and we will be checking in a little bit. Okay, but like I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I could not bring myself to pick up a book. I was just overwhelmed. So I played The Sims, and you know, it made me feel a little bit better. It did. I am still very tired and a little bit stressed out, but it's because I have a lot of things that I want to get done this weekend, and I don't feel like I can fit it all into 3 days. And I have so many video clips and other things that I have to put together, so I'm a little overwhelmed, but I think I'm okay. You know, I just think I just need to sit down tomorrow morning and like plan things out, and I'll be totally solid. I just don't have things on my planner, which helped me out a lot last month, and I just kind of forgot to do that this month. So I'm going to work on that later. But tonight's problem is how much time I have to read. Oh man. Okay, from Wednesday I had to roll over 2 hours and 42 minutes and 20 seconds, right? So then Thursday I was supposed to have read 3 hours and 19 minutes. Yeah, we clearly didn't do that. Friday my screen time was out of control, but like I said, I'm not gonna count the time that I was on YouTube, just because I feel like that's part of helping me create more content, is to watch YouTube videos. And Friday I let myself have my YouTube day, but for the social media aspect I did take those hours, and that was 2 hours and 38 minutes, which means after rolling over from Wednesday, adding up what I should have done on Thursday and adding my Friday time, we are at 8 hours and 39 minutes. 8 hours and 39 minutes. That puts me at nearly 4 in the morning. So I need to start reading. And I still have not finished an absolutely, nope, that was the first one, A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. I'm not loving it. It just feels very, very long at this point, but I'm gonna fly through the end of that. And then I also have on my Friday night schedule to read Dread Nation or Illuminae. I keep saying Illuminae. And I think I'll probably pick up Illuminae first and then see if I can get into Dread Nation after. So we have to actually like buckle down and read shit. So we're gonna buckle down and read some shit. Let's do this.
So, here's the file that almost killed me, Director. I will bore you with Italian baby.
I was gonna work on my bullet journal and listen to this, but I think that this is a book that I have to read along with. So let's try something else. Okay, I'm thinking Dread Nation instead.
Truth be told, it wasn't really her fault. What else is a good Christian woman going to do?
So I definitely failed this challenge, but I also kind of didn't. I don't know how else to explain that, because I read 8 books this week. 8 books in 1 week. But I also wanted to do anything other than reading. So Friday night I got home and I think I read a little bit. I definitely wasn't like fully invested in the books. I think that was the last clip that you guys saw me doing, was trying to read Dread Nation, and I had every intent the next morning to wake up and try and roll over my hours and read in the morning, but I couldn't do it. I woke up and I decided to get straight onto Sims, and then my friend invited me to make candles with her, so I spent the whole day with her and we were making candles and playing games, and it was like so needed. I so needed to just hang out with friends for a little bit. And then Sunday came around and I could not do anything other than read fanfiction. I read fanfiction for like 8 hours yesterday. Just sat there and read so much of it. I think I read like 20 or 30 fanfics. And then I also just scrolled TikTok the rest of the time. Like, I did not get off my couch at all yesterday. So I did read very much, but I did not succeed in this challenge. And I think it was just mostly because my brain instantly thought of reading as a punishment, because I really think I'm on top of my reading. I read every single day at work without fail, except for maybe Fridays because I choose to watch YouTube videos. But coming home after finishing 1 to 2 books and then having to plan the rest of my day in like a tiny sliver of the day to then read the rest of the night just was exhausting. I was exhausted all last week. And so I have learned that this challenge was not for me. I think that if I were in a different, I'm not even mindset, if I was just doing things differently, if I wasn't listening to audiobooks while I was at work, if I didn't use my time after work to plan my videos, edit my videos, and spend time with friends and family, then I think that this video would have been more successful, because it would have been my time to read throughout the day, but I already read throughout the day. So it just felt very redundant, and I felt like I didn't have time to actually relax and turn off my brain, because, you know, reading requires thinking and imagining things sometimes, and my brain was just exhausted. So I definitely failed this challenge, but I think that's okay. I think I am fine with it. I hope that nobody's so disappointed that I wasn't able to succeed in this, but I literally read 8 books, so I think we're solid. And I also read a fuck ton of fanfiction, and I love fanfiction, and that made me just like feel like a human again. So I am happy with how the week turned out for the most part, but man, am I never ever doing that challenge again. Never ever gonna try that unless I'm unemployed and I have all the time in the world to make up all of my reading time. But I'm tired, you guys. So I think this is where I'm going to end this video. I'm sorry it wasn't a success, but I read 3 Ice Planet Barbarian books. I read Yes and I Love You. I read both of Hank Green's books. I also read Dracula. I read a lot. So I guess if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave me any emoji that has a screen, like a computer or a phone or something. And I will see you in my next video, which will be out very, very shortly. If you want to chat with me about books in the meantime, I have my Instagram linked in the description. You can come over there and chat with me. And yeah, I think that is all. I will see you.